Okay, students. Now let us look at 59th question. What it says is the formal charge on central oxygen atom. The formal charge on central oxygen atom in ozone is. See, students, formal charge can be calculated as formal charge is equal to total number of valence electrons of that particular atom minus number of lone pair electron into 2, or total number of electrons of lone pair minus half of number of electrons involved in bonding. Therefore, you should know the structure of ozone here. Central atom, coordinate covalent bond and double bond. Here, it has two lone pairs of electrons. It has one lone pair of electron and two bonding electrons here. Here, two bond means four electrons, two of each. So here, bonding electrons total are 4 plus 2, 6. Lone pair is one lone pair, but lone pair electrons are 1 into 2. This is equal to 2. Therefore, formal charge is equal to valence electrons. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. Therefore, electron configuration is 1s2, 2s2, p4. Valence electrons are 6. 6 valence electrons minus lone pair is 1 into 2. Lone pair electrons are 2 minus half of bonding electrons. How many? 4 plus 2. Bonding electrons are 4 plus 2, which is equal to 6 into 6. Well, this will give you 6 minus, this is 3 minus 2, that is minus 5. This is equal to 1. It is plus 1, it's not minus 1. Therefore, the formal charge on central oxygen atom is plus 1. This is C, is the correct answer. Got it? Now let us look at the last question. When the same quantity of heat is absorbed by a system at two different temperatures, T1 and T2, such that T1 is more than T2, then the change in entropies are delta S1 and delta S2 respectively. Then what he has asked is relation between these two, which is more and which is less. Got it? Okay. To answer this, look at this, students. Let us consider two systems. System A maintained at 100 degrees Celsius and system B maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. Both have got same quantity of the substance, same quantity of matter is present in both the systems. When quantity of this matter is same, then difference in temperature is existing. Which of these two will have now, at this particular situation, which of these two systems will have more entropy? Obviously this. Clear? That means entropy is directly proportional to temperature. Is it clear, students? Now look at this. We are supplying, say, 10 kilojoule energy for this and 10 kilojoule energy for this. That means we are supplying same amount of energy for both the systems. Is it clear, students? Now, delta S of this particular system A, change in entropy. See, students, here, change in entropy is equal to, this system is already at more random state, then supply of little amount of energy will bring little change in the entropy of the system. That means for the supplied amount of energy, change in entropy is inversely proportional to temperature, because this is already at more random state. Then to that you are supplying some amount of energy. That means you are increasing little energy. Little entropy is increased. Now look at this. This is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius, which is very much less temperature compared with this. That means this is more ordered system. This is less ordered system or more disturbed system, more random system. Well, this is more ordered system. It means that for this more ordered system, if you supply same amount of energy, this delta S will be, what happens? It will be increasing. That means Q is divided by temperature. The delta S is equal to Q divided by temperature. It means that in general what we can say is delta S is inversely proportional to temperature. That means change in entropy of the system is inversely proportional to the temperature at which the system is kept for the supply of same amount of energy. Look at this. Same quantity of energy is absorbed by two systems. It means that change in entropy is noticed. But the thing is, two systems are at two different temperatures. The system which is at higher temperature will notice little change in the entropy, and the system which is at lower temperature will notice more increase in the entropy. That means delta S1 must be less than delta S2. Therefore, answer must be this. Is it clear, students? Okay. Thank you.